Seo Heejin stood proudly, one hand adjusting his glasses, the other hand resting on his waist, exuding the air of a superhero, arrogantly standing on the pinnacle of the world of chess. His voice was gentle, but carried a hint of confidence, casually saying, "All right, I don't know how you obtain accurate information about me and seal off Jangbako. I assume that your strongest move is the heavenly demonic transformation, and your moves compared to your master Takuda are more sophisticated and unpredictable. It seems like the student surpasses the teacher, however. It's unfortunate for you to have encountered me, the sole heir of the chronicles of ancient mysticism, and you have no chance of winning." Seo Hyejin radiated an aura that stunned everyone in the audience. Kimura was an outstanding chess genius, a rarity in a century for Fu Tang. Within a short month, he had swept through the chess village of Huaxia, and 3 years ago had risen to the top position in the power chess rankings of Gaolai. Such a genius bowing his head before the chess king Xiao Tiance was remarkable. In the first game, Kimura played with black pieces and started with divine demonic metamorphosis, creating many powerful attacking positions and surprising his opponent. Xiao Yijun looked at the situation without showing any signs of worry, calmly playing in a standard manner. The crowd of Go enthusiasts discussed excitedly. Kimura seems to be a bit weaker against the Go master today, that's right. Even his demeanor seems a bit subdued, as if he's being suppressed. I've never seen Kimura like this before. He's usually arrogant and aggressive, but today he's being very cautious. I suspect that he has been defeated by someone. Did you guys hear the conversation between the Go master and Kimura earlier? It sounds like the Go master has beaten Kimura before online. If that's true, then Kimura is at risk of losing this time. Chen Yuan stared at the screen with a furrowed brow. Kimura's chess play seemed somewhat familiar. He then lost focus on the game and instead turned his attention to Fu Tang's appearance. Immediately, Chen Yuan felt a tingling sensation on his scalp, his mind dizzying, quietly cursing. What the hell? She's not just some foolish hacker trying to invade my computer. Luckily, I discovered it in time and successfully counterattacked. Wait, if Maria Ozawa is the hacker and Kimura's accomplice, then maybe Kimura wants to investigate me. This familiar style of play, could it be that he is not an elementary school student challenging me online? Damn it, that elementary school student is Kimura, and divine demonic metamorphosis is him. Thinking of this, Chen Yuan remained silent for a moment. No wonder Kimura suddenly came to Jionbako and organized a Go competition. It turns out that he was not satisfied with his defeat. Being humiliated in one match, he came here to restore his reputation. Chen Yuan smiled at this thought. I thought Kimura in Legends was a master to such an extent, but it seems he is just like this. It seems I have overestimated my opponent. Kimura seems to have mistaken me for the chess king. There will be an interesting game to watch. Wang Meng knew that Chen Yuan was also very good at Go, so she was a bit curious. Chen Yuan, who do you think has a better chance of winning between Kimura and the chess king? Chen Yuan confidently analyzed the game board. Both are evenly matched. If at their peak, the chess king would have a higher chance of winning, but his gameplay is a bit outdated now. As the saying goes, the older the bamboo, the more it grows. The chess king's form is declining, while Kimura is at the peak of his form. I think the chess king Xiao Tiance will lose. Chen Yuan's words immediately angered the crowd. The group of chess fans hurled harsh words and even threatened to attack Chen Yuan. Who do you think you are, you little brat? You know nothing, yet you dare to speak about the chess king? That's right. Do you even know how to play Go to dare criticize the outdated playing style of the chess king? If you're good, then go compete. Laugh to death. A fellow player dares to mock the grandmaster of Go. Someone who doesn't understand Go has no right to comment on this match. You speak ill of chess player Huaxia. You're a traitor. Wang Meng looked at the intense reactions of everyone and also felt threatened and scared. Even So Quan standing beside couldn't help but furrow his brow. Chen Yuan's words this time are really inappropriate. If the Grandmaster himself were here, then you would have the right to evaluate this game. But Chen Yuan is not the Grandmaster. However, Xiao Heejin's playing style is old-fashioned and declining, something that no one has noticed. So where does he know from? Does he think his Go skills are higher than everyone else? Chen Yuan argued angrily. Why am I not allowed to give my evaluation? I'm just stating the truth. Why are you all overreacting like this? Meng, register me. Wang Meng nodded in agreement. All right. As soon as Wang Meng signed up for the challenge against Chen Yuan, Seok-hwan looked at Chen Yuan with a bullet-like gaze. I admit that Chen Yuan is extraordinarily talented in many different fields, however, he knows nothing about Go. So one should not boast. Each profession has its own expertise, each person has their own strengths. He cannot think that just because he is good in other areas, he can come here and show off. Thinking about this, Seok-hwan's goodwill towards Chen Yuan began to decline. Seokwan's goodwill deducts 5, current goodwill is 6. Shen Yuan also frowned. The goodwill is decreasing, so everyone thinks I am pretending. It's really funny. Some chess players turn to mock Shen Yuan. Kid, you think you're so good at saying the chess king is going to lose. On the board, the chess king is clearly confidently moving, while Kimbra frowns, moving pieces very slowly as if thinking for a long time for each move. Clearly Kimbra is in a weak position. This guy makes a good point. Sometimes when watching chess, you don't need to look at the board. Just observe the state of the players to guess who is in a better position. Moreover, the situation is leaning towards the chess king. The chess king is gradually pressing in, while Kimbra is stepping back, completely overwhelmed. In this situation, the chess king has a very high chance of winning. People started talking back and forth, just wanting to bring Shen Yuan down to the ground. Everyone's theory sounds reasonable, but in reality, it is completely different. Today, Kimura has changed his playing style compared to before. He plays chess very carefully. Each move is carefully calculated without any intention of taking risks. Furthermore, every time he makes a move, he also thinks very carefully. At first glance, it seems like he is in a weak position. In contrast to Kimura, Seo Yijun is becoming more and more confident in his play. He systematically pressures and completely dominates Kimura, taking control of the game board. As time goes by, every second and minute passes by, half an hour has unintentionally passed. The battle between the two chess players has reached the most intense stage. Kimura was almost completely dominated from start to finish. Just when everyone thought the chess king would surely win, Kimura suddenly moved a black piece check. The chessboard, dangerous traps were formed by hundreds of dragons in the blink of an eye. Xiao Yijun broke out in a cold sweat. He stared at the chessboard. I can't believe my eyes. It can't be true. I lost Ha. The chessboard, heaven and earth are on the same path, was unexpectedly broken. How could this happen? In this game, I lost unfairly and unjustly, only one move away from winning. After that, Xiao Yijun collapsed and said with a disappointed tone, Kimura, I admit defeat. Hearing Xiao Yijun's confession, Kimura regained his confidence. He no longer looked at Xiao Yijun with respect, but instead as a weakling, and he ruthlessly trampled on him. Then, he returned the phrase that was once humiliated by Huai Rai Hitun. There is no strongest move, only the strongest chess player. I have calculated all of your moves, set up traps, and you have no way to escape. It's funny that you only realize that now. It's truly a big disappointment. The chess game ended. The atmosphere became tense. Everyone's faces turned dark, disappointed, and sad. The chess king has lost. In the following game, Kimura played more boldly than the previous one. He used to think that Xiao Yijun was a powerful and somewhat hesitant tiger, but then he realized that Xiao Yijun was just a weak cat. Therefore, he became more courageous and less worried. On the chessboard, Kimura was relaxed and confident, while Xiao Yijun faced more and more difficulties. He was overwhelmed from the beginning of the match and couldn't recover until the end. After winning 2 games, Kimura started to take the posture of the winner to educate the loser. He openly mocked Xiao Yijun without any restraint. Ha ha ha, you lost. So the chess king of Huaxia only comes up to this level. At first, I thought, never mind, let's not talk about it anymore, ha ha ha. In general, I highly appreciate you. If you were at the peak of your form, I believe we would have a fair match. But unfortunately, it seems like you haven't played chess for a long time and focused on other things. Therefore, you seem quite unfamiliar with these new Go strategies. Although your Go skills are still very skillful, they cannot match my peak form. So how did you win against me? What do you rely on to beat me? A chess player does not devote 100% of their passion to Go. In my opinion, this is disrespectful to your opponent and to yourself. You are not worthy of being my opponent. Just go away. If you represent the pinnacle of Huaxia chess, then I have truly come here for a meaningless journey. It's really boring. Wang Mang spoke with a satisfied expression. Her voice was quite loud, clearly intentionally speaking for those around her to hear. Hey, just as you predicted, the chess king Xiao Tian's lost. They used to mock you before. Now the truth has proven that only your prediction was the most accurate. Wang Mang's words momentarily caused a burst of anger. What kind of talk is this girl doing? The chess king Xiao Tian's lost, but you are so smug. Are you still a Huaxia person? People like you may have become traitors 70 or 80 years ago, losing without shame and taking it as honor. I don't know how the moral education of students is nowadays, maybe because of the rebellious teaching. This annoying kid knows what to show off. Go away. Wang Mang at this point doesn't fear offending anyone. She crossed her arms angrily and said loudly, You guys are really too much. Earlier, my brother predicted that chess king Xiao Tian's would lose. You didn't believe him and said he was talking nonsense and didn't know anything. Now that the chess king has really lost, you guys are joining in to curse at him. Say whatever you want. It's really disgusting. You guys have no morals, don't know how to admit that others are better than you. Just as Wang Mang Mang was about to continue arguing with the others, Kimura spoke up again. It seems that today can only end like this. The game of Go originally originated from Huaxia has really declined. Ha ha ha. As Kimura was about to leave, suddenly Chen Yuan stepped forward loudly. Hey, elementary school student, you haven't even played against me yet, and you're already planning to leave. Chen Yuan's voice echoed throughout the auditorium, making everyone hear. In an instant, many spectators turned their attention towards Chen Yuan, creating a chaotic noise. What does he mean by calling him an elementary school student? What is he doing trying to become famous? Almost everyone did not understand what was happening, but only Kimura himself felt a shock throughout his body. He called me an elementary school student. Could it be that he? After that, Kimura suddenly turned around, staring angrily at Chen Yuan with a hint of killing intent in his eyes. Who are you after all? Chen Yuan replied quickly and succinctly. Rai Ki Tun. Chen Yuan's words were only 4 words, but these 4 words were like a nuclear bomb exploding in Kimura's heart, making him dizzy, feeling like the sky was falling apart. Kimura took 2 steps back, his face becoming more fierce and deep-seated hatred emanating from his eyes. I was wrong from the beginning. The one who played chess with me is not Rai Ki Tun. You are Rai Ki Tun. Chen Yuan knew that this elementary school student was a bit fanatic, clinging to him every day to challenge him to a game of Go. After figuring out the opponent's mindset, Chen Yuan smirked coldly and said, You've always been looking for me, haven't you? You've hired a hacker to track my whereabouts. Well, here I am now, you've lost and you can't accept it. You suspect me of cheating online to defeat me in real life, right? Well, now I can fulfill your wish. As he spoke, Chen Yuan stared into Kimura's eyes, his gaze piercing through his soul, making Kimura feel fear from the depths of his being. He knows I am divine demonic metamorphosis. This man is truly terrifying. He can analyze 8 to 9 out of 10 aspects of my psyche. Even from thousands of miles away, he can understand everything about me. Did he bug me with a tracking device? How could he? Looking at Kimura's face, everyone can clearly see that he highly values this opponent, even appearing tense and excited, prompting everyone to discuss. Who is Rai Ki Tun? I have never heard this name before. This young man claims to be a legend with a little arrogance. Our Chinese chess world has legendary and mythical levels, but I have never heard of this legend. Where did this name come from? Legend, meaning a master who has no rival from ancient times, standing at the top of all chess players. But why do I feel like Kimura seems very afraid? What is the background of this Rai Ki Tun after all? That's right, Kimura's face has turned pale and he is starting to tremble. At the moment when everyone was discussing animatedly, Chen Yuan walked straight to the Go board, calmly mocking. Today I am here, I will make you completely convinced. Don't stand there anymore, I value time very much. Let's start. Kimura could not wait any longer, and this humiliation only made him more determined than ever. All right, this time I will definitely not lose to you. I will definitely defeat you. At this moment, Seok-wan also looked more astonished than ever. Chen Yuan, why is he good at Go too? Moreover, he plays very well. Sitting at the playing table, Chen Yuan had a very relaxed and distracted posture, lacking focus. Completely contrasting the confident demeanor of Xiao Yijin, Kimura looked at Chen Yuan, whose careless attitude made him shake his head in disapproval. I never expected him to be Rai Ki Tun. There is an old saying, far away at the edge of the sky, near right in front of your eyes. Indeed, it's effortless to find. Now the netizens of Huaxia constantly criticize me, but it has no effect. The more people criticize me, the more famous I become and attract attention. This is what I want. I want more people to care about Go, and I also want to become more famous in a battle like this. Maria Ozawa saw that Kimura did not care about the rules he had set before and was even eager to play, so she approached him and reminded him, Kimura, you haven't competed with me yet. According to the rules, you shouldn't do that. Upon hearing this, Kimura immediately scolded Maria Ozawa ignorant. This Rai Ki Tun has not proven his true strength yet. Rules are only for restraining the weak, but not the strong. At this point, Kimura looked excited towards Chen Yuan and said, Rai Ki Tun, this time I will definitely defeat you. Ignore this rule. Ozawa, step back. Wang Mang Mang said proudly, see, he is the real master. None of you know his true power. The truth was evident as everyone just bowed their heads and said nothing. Zhongzai Lu curiously asked, Mang Mang Chen, does Chen Yuan know how to play Go? Why didn't I know that before? Wang Mang Mang replied with admiration, my brother has been playing Go for a long time, but he only played online before and never lost. It seems like my brother can do anything, and he calls himself a legend. Maybe he truly is a legend. Losing to Kimura, especially losing in front of Suk-Kwan, made Seo Yijun feel like his face had been slapped, causing him to be embarrassed. Seeing this scene now, Seo Yijun couldn't accept it, and he grumbled, "Where did this wild kid come from? If he beats Kimura, won't I?" The Go King become a laughingstock. The chess match between Chen Yuan and Kimura officially began. The four sides of the chessboard were surrounded by professional cameras recording the match live. In particular, the images on the chessboard were captured very clearly. This time, luck was not smiling on Chen Yuan. The match started with Kimura holding the black pieces and making the first move. When it was Chen Yuan's turn, even his stance holding the pieces was completely wrong. Furthermore, he had never even touched a game of Go before. However, the situation on both sides was extremely balanced. Chen Yuan played at an astonishingly fast speed, almost without needing to think. Although his moves seemed chaotic at first, just a few moves later, everyone realized the intricacy of his piece placements. Even Suk-Kwan was amazed. This lascivious fellow can compete evenly with Kimura, and even easily neutralized Kimura's fierce and dominant attacks. 20 minutes passed, and Suk-Kwan went from being amazed to being shocked. What? This is heaven and earth are on the same path. How can this chessboard be created without using the chronicles of ancient mysticism? His layout is much more profound than I imagined, for sure. This chessboard is the lifelong pursuit of the Saint Wai Lao Shi. Each move of Chen Yuan's chess piece is always one step ahead of the opponent. The layout may seem chaotic, but it holds immense power. And finally, I realized that no chess piece is useless. Every chess piece plays a crucial role in winning. Looking at this chessboard, I suddenly realized that heaven and earth are on the same path. Chessboard can have such diverse transformations. Perhaps I have been too reliant on traditional chessboards, making my gameplay rigid and lacking creativity. At this moment, Kimura was also bewildered. His fingers holding the chess pieces became shaky. Damn it, how can this Rai Hitan bastard be so powerful, even without thinking? Limit the opponent's thinking time to win quickly. Even Master Tapuda does not put as much pressure on me. This is the deep foundation of the development of Go. Right at this moment, Chen Yuan placed a chess piece that formed the board heaven and earth are on the same path. The board formation is like thousands of dragons coiling around, crushing the opponent, killing whoever blocks, killing whoever gets in the way. There is no opportunity for counterattack no matter what the opponent does. The outcome cannot be changed. When the chessboard heaven and earth are on the same path was formed, Kimura withdrew, sweating profusely. He stared at the chessboard in disbelief. Just after 20 minutes, I lost in a terrible and swift way. It's humiliating that during the match, I had no idea that player Rai Hitan was quietly defending and creating such a deep chessboard, especially when holding the black pieces. I have never lost. This is not just humiliation, but extreme humiliation. Chen Yuan looked at Kimura with contempt. "Hey, little student, the outcome is clear. You have lost." Seeing Chen Yuan not only look down on him, but also treat him like a primary school student, Kimura immediately felt humiliated and nauseous. "Hey, that's too much. All right, I admit defeat." As soon as Kimura admitted defeat, the whole hall fell silent. The feeling was unbelievable, shocking to the point that everyone widened their eyes and gasped. At the same time, many people felt a sense of pride. The silence lasted for a moment, and then everyone regained their spirits. From the players to the audience, regardless of age or gender, everyone cheered with joy. Even those who had just criticized Chen Yuan now praised him like an idol. Kimura Ichiro has lost. Hai Rai Ki Tellon is the champion. Go Chess Huaxia is the champion.